Hey, second graders, happy Monday. I hope you are doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. I cannot believe it, but there's only 2 weeks left of school, and then you will officially be a third grader. So I would encourage you to make sure you keep doing your assignments in Seesaw every day. I love being able to see you guys on our Zoom meetings on Thursdays and Fridays, so keep it up. We're almost done, then it'll be summer, and you will be ready for third grade. All right, on Friday, I gave you a new clue for Penelope Peabody. This was the clue that I gave you. I'm just south of the Canadian border, but I'm not sure what state I'm in right now. I met a young man at the coffee shop who told me I'm in the only state named after a U.S. president. I thought that was interesting, but I still don't know which state I was in. I drove over the Columbia River, Snake River, and Yakima River while trying to find my way around. I am lost. What state am I in this week? All right, this is the clue I gave you on Friday. And I already have a bunch of students who got back to me with the correct answer. These students already got it right. Adelaide, Raven, Lucas, and Bennett. 4 so far. All right, guys, if you think you know where Penelope is, get back to me. Tell me what you think. All right, we're moving on to the one and only Bob. We are about halfway through our book. And the one I'm reading right now is called Help Us. The stone wall separating Gorilla World and Elephant Odyssey is gone. Pieces of both domains mingle. An elephant toy here, a gorilla nest there. Part of the indoor gorilla space was crumbled to the ground. I scanned the area where Ruby and her herd like to hang out. Nothing. No gorillas either. Out of nowhere, the rain picks up, coming sideways, blinding me. The wind howls like a hurt dog. This storm isn't over, not by a long shot. I leap over a pile of cement blocks, catch my hurt foot on something sharp, and yelp. But I keep going. Ivan, I call. Ruby! Nothing. I get to a slight rise, leap onto another overturned tree, and try to make sense of the damage. Red and blue lights cut through the rain. Police, fire engines. Good. We need all the help we can get. I take in several lungfuls of the hideous air. It's too wet, too full of conflicting odors, a mishmash of scents. I can't decipher, especially with my busted nose. The wind gathers speed, pushing at me with incredible force. Feels like it'll tear my ears right off my sore noggin. I can barely stay upright. Wind like that, storm wind, doesn't carry scent. It obliterates it. Help! Help us! It's a tiny, desperate voice. Maybe even Ruby's voice. The next one is called Kudzu. I picked my way through the debris, trying to lock on the sound. It wasn't easy. Please help us! Climbing over the remains of the wall, the one I was sitting on what seems like moments ago, I find myself at the bank of the moat. Ruby? I call at the top of my lungs. Uncle Bob! The sound of my name cuts through the gloom like a shaft of sun. Ruby runs to the opposite edge of the water. She's maybe 8 feet away, but I can barely make her out in the rain. You stay there, I tell her. I yell, trying to be heard over the wind. I'll come to you. I follow the bank until I come to a spot where several chunks of wall have tumbled into the water. 3 careful leaps, and I'm across. Ruby runs to greet me. She wraps her mud-coated trunk around my neck, and boy, oh boy, am I happy to see that sweet little elephant. You hurt, Ruby, I ask? Is everything all right? Ruby sniffles. Yes, but come quick. She dashes off before I can ask anything more. 5 of Ruby's aunts stand by the elephant's side of the moat. Each one has its trunk plunged deep in the dark, muddy water. They look like a bunch of kids trying to find a lost toy in a swimming pool. It's almost funny, until I see what they're searching for. A baby gorilla is in the moat. The tiny gal keeps grabbing for a trunk to hold on to and then slipping free. Her terrified screeches fill the air. It's Kudzu, Ivan's favorite. Here's a picture of Ruby and Bob seeing each other. This one's called An Idea. I'm going in, says Misaka, one of the younger ants. Might make things worse, Akello cautions. Displace the mud, pull her down towards the bottom. I could go in, I suggest, the words popping out before I could swallow them. It's more mud than water, Bob. Akello shakes her head. You'll get stuck as Kudzu. I don't exactly argue the point. I've got an idea, comes a small voice. All the aunties turn to Ruby, and she looks startled to have their complete attention. A couple of us get on the other side of the moat, Ruby says. Grab trunks. We'll make like a sling, I exclaim. A hammock like the gorillas have. I don't know, Ruby. Akello sounds doubtful. Kudzu grabs for Misaka's trunk with both hands. Wait, Misaka says. Think I've got her this time. Misaka lifts her trunk with deliberate slowness, carefully trying to support the baby gorilla. But once again, Kudzu can't hold on. She lets out a despairing cry. Down she goes, lower this time, her nose and eyes just visible. Okay, Akello says with a nod at Ruby. Let's give Ruby's idea a try. Misaka, Layla, Elodie, cross over to the far side. Zaina, Ruby, and I will take this side. All three elephants move with surprising quickness to the spot where I crossed. They gallop back until we're facing each other. It's strange to see them on the other side of the moat, with the wall destroyed. They're technically in Ivan and Kenyani's domain. Move down a bit, Akello instructs. That way. She motions with her head. We want to scoop her out, not push her down. 3 on one side, 3 on the other. The elephants reach out for each other's trunks, creating a kind of cradle. Okay, now, says Akello. Lower, carefully. Down they go into the muddy water. Ruby nearly loses her footing, so I grab her tail with my teeth. It doesn't really help, and she yelps, Ouch! But my heart's in the right place. Kudzu thrashes her tiny arms. Stay calm, I call. Easy for me to say. She looks over at me, and I'll never forget the fear in her dark eyes. And then she vanishes below the surface. Yikes. All right, I'm going to stop right there. Our next chapter is called Team Elephant. We will find out if those elephants can save the baby gorilla, and we'll find out tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great night. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.